This morning I want to share a really brief thrift shop share with you, and then we're going to talk about the project we're going to do this afternoon. So with that, I'm going to have a cup of coffee with you, and I want to wish you Happy New Year, and we're going to talk about the meditation projects upcoming. So with that, here, have it, there's a pretty daisy cup of coffee to have with you this morning, and I'm sharing that because I'm going to put on my thrift shop little daisy pin. And today, things don't have to be worth anything to get a lot of joy out of them. So it's just the aesthetics of this little daisy, and it's representing a light. Look at that. Look, and I didn't really plan to put the pink on today either. So I wanted to jump on here, and I have a couple things to show you. And for those of you who crochet, now there's a few things. A viewer had emailed me, text me, communicated with me. I guess it's email technically, right? Because, or direct messages. But now some people are looking at the Kwandi videos, Kwandi inspired, Aboro Sashiko inspired. So that tells me that we're ready to do some projects in that area again. And this is where I'm going to heavily reference my book, because I wrote the book because of like all the common questions that come in about Boro Sashiko. And my main message in it is a few things like this. Create with recycled materials and fabrics and supplies as much as you can. And tap into your creativity and your inspiration. Those are really some of the main things, and I write this in the book and we talk about it. But I'm really, really happy that that this is kind of coming back. So, okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm trying to figure out how to bring you with me here. And we'll put this, I'm going to put that away, and we're going to sit down for a minute. I want to show you something. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm having a hard time sitting down. I haven't even started the day. Okay, so a couple things. For those of you who do like the TikTok platform, and you do go over there, I do some videos over there. Get your yarn out, because this afternoon, I'm preparing right now. What we're going to do is I think I'm going to do it live, so give you a chance to ask questions. We're going to do this. This is the Starburst Granny Square. Okay, look at all of these I made. And I'm going to talk to you in detail about the first ones I made and the little glitches, even though you follow along sometimes. This is my best one. And because I kind of changed a couple little things as I went along. Isn't it pretty? I'm saying, hi. How are you this morning? Abdolgadir, I think, in Austin. Hi. Hi, guys. Oh, it's evening where you are? It's morning where I am. I know, the green is pretty. Now, this is the problem. I don't have much yarn. I really don't. So I'm working with what I have, but look how beautiful. When you work with what you have, and that, just like the Boro Sashiko inspired, it comes out so beautiful. Now this one, you can see the tension is a little smaller. It's a little smaller because I went with a smaller hook. And I really honestly did like working with the smaller hook. I want to say J. And I think over here I was working with K, and I thought it was a J. But it doesn't really matter. It's one size. But if you're doing all different sizes, it doesn't matter. Please pin. Okay. Okay, I will. Thank you. Hi, welcome from India. Oh, okay. Let's see. Madab, um, Madabdul Qadir. Madabdul Qadir. Am I saying that right? Ah, anyway, welcome. So, yes, this is what we're going to do this afternoon. So, get your yarn out. And I'm going to give you a couple of stitches. You want to practice, get to know. If you want, if not, I'm going to show you how to do them. But if you know the puff stitch, and we're going to use puff stitch, so that's a little bit different. And we're going to use something a little bit different, treble. Okay, so Qadir. Okay, Qadir. Welcome. Your language is like music. It's like music to me. It is. It's like music. Oh, I get so inspired by so many different things. I am so inspired by just life around me. And I got to be honest with you, I am so happy to see 2025 go. There was something about 2025. I don't know the vibes of it all. And I think people are going to walk with more confidence. They're going to be happier in 2026. I just do. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So we'll be doing that this afternoon. I want to share something else with you. Oh, and I'm trying to think of my viewer. Okay, I want to answer this question right here and now. And I'm going to do a whole video on it, and we're going to answer it again. In I don't have anything with me here. That's because I have everything I kind of changed, everything's in the other room. So let me just talk to you like this. Boro Sashiko inspired, your visible stitching. Or Kawandi inspired. Yes, the Kawandi is the by the City Women of India. Okay, so you know Kawandi inspired. These pieces, okay, when you work with these pieces and your visible stitches are showing, you don't, if with practice, yes, you get straighter and straighter and you get better and better. You do not need to worry about that. Really, you do not. Part of the beauty of the visible stitching, hand stitching, is that it is not corporate looking. It is not machine perfect looking. It is handmade. Okay, so that's one. And with the Kawandi, somebody was asking me, well, when I do the rounds of the stitches going around, okay, and we're going to do this together again. Is it okay if I go back in and work in between because I feel like I need more stitches? Yes. Yes. In my opinion, yes. Because first of all, when I work Kawandi, I work not like the expert, the City Women of India, which I do mention in my book. We go over that whole thing. We go over Kawandi in my book. And I'll have to get that out later. We'll talk about that later too. But they are experts. They are experts. And it takes some of them like a year. It might even take longer to make a quilt. I mean, they know exactly what they're doing. You and me, when we work Kawandi inspired, we're inspired by the method and the skill. So we may not be working it intimately, and we haven't learned how to do that from generation to generation. There's a big difference, okay? There really is. So when you do your rounds with your Kawandi, if you think the spacing is too much, or you haven't grabbed enough of the patches, there's a patch that's a little loose, so you can work back stitches, which I do know the City Women do, back stitches, or you can go in and do those extra rounds, and we'll talk more about that. So I want to thank the viewer who asked that question. But she says, so this was the thing. She goes, can I? So I love the questions like that, because I am the person who's going to say to you, of course you can. Be as creative as you want to be, and as you need to be, and as you feel your piece that you're creating needs. Okay, so that's one. Now, the other thing I wanted to share with you before the day gets on, are these pieces. Okay, now there's a venue which some of you heard me. I had talked a lot about and was focusing on a lot. Was Milton Artist Guild, and so because I was so far away from them, um, I couldn't really focus on them. So now I'm closer, and I'm going to focus on them again. But one of the things that I was doing was going over there and doing my volunteer time. So I'm going to get back to that. And one of the things, now you have to be careful with these pieces. Let me show you this. I got all of these at the thrift shop the other day. And we're going to do actually more thrifting this weekend, okay? And I'm going to come back and we're going to share. These are tapestry pieces. That's what these are. But I want to show you something. I want to be careful here. These come apart very easily. I don't even want to touch it. I'm telling you. These are loosely woven. They're tapestry pieces. Look how gorgeous. Now, can you do Boro Sashiko or a I'm sorry, Boro Sashiko inspired or Kawandi? Please, Blue Link. I will, okay. I'm not sure what that means there, but anyway, so, okay. So this piece is loosely woven tapestry piece. I got these pieces, all of them. I think there's like a dozen pieces here for $1.49. So look at the pretty, so I'm going to show you the designs. So these will fray extremely easily. You need to be very careful about the embroidery or sashiko needle. You could work the top. That's probably what I'm going to do, is work the top layer. But these are tapestry pieces. So these are all very pretty. They're kind of like a velvety type. I really love this piece. I paid $1.49 just to get these two roses. This one and another one. So this is the thing. What we're going to do, because of Milton Artist Guild, I've got to get more things up there. We're going to take this and we're going to do, I don't know, I haven't really worked it out completely. But the way you can do a sashiko stitching, inspired or Kawandi, visible stitching anyway, based on Boro or Kawandi, the way you can do it is you really do want to fold it. You really want to be careful with these edges, because this type of tapestry will fray. Now you could use your fabric glue, and I was thinking of that. I'm going to test it out. The thing with the fabric glue is the smell. You know what I mean? It's a chemical. I really, maybe there's a natural one out there we can find, but for the minute, or you can take some glue, mix it with water, and just kind of paint the edges very lightly. Be very careful. It's got to be fabric glue. But the best way, I believe, is to fold it. Okay, fold, you know, have your hems. And for this, I'd like to make like a piece like this. I don't know if I can pull this off. And this is kind of like a little purse, you know. And I would have this, I'm going to just kind of play around. I'm going to do a little origami. Now, there is the Japanese method of folding like this. Did you see what I did? It's a square, and you just fold it. I know I'm just rambling right now this morning, but you fold it. This is real, okay? This is a real thing they do in Japan. I love, 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 love Japan. Okay, so look, I love all the countries, I honest. You know, without our diversity, oh my. Oh, I love diversity. I just love learning about the other countries. Okay, so you fold it like that, you see? Now you could leave it like that and like make a little napkin ring holder, but you could sew it up and then you have a little purse, you see? Kind of like a little envelope. So that's kind of what I was thinking with these. We'll see. Okay. The other thing we could do is we could mess around with it a little bit, fold it like this, and we could make one of our little needle books. How pretty is that? I mean, come on now. Sometimes you get the design right in front of you, it's just right there. So, anyway, with that, I wanted to jump on here this morning and share with my beautiful YouTuber artisans what I got, those few things. And yeah, get ready because we're going to do, now there's many variations of sunburst, but the problem is the terminologies out there when they're talking about double crochet clusters, they're talking about trebles, and they're using those words at the same time to be the same thing. They're not the same thing. They are not the same thing. So we're going to distinguish that in the project this afternoon, okay? And a couple other things. So with that, you have an absolutely beautiful, beautiful day. I will see you in the next one. A love and light.